So I'm Jacob Sanders, and this is Carl Brown, head of Getin2 at UCLan. This is my assignment 1 for sports development and action. So my placement is going to be at Getin2. So that's obviously the Getin2 logo up in the top right. It's set up by the Students' Union. So partners are obviously the UCLan Students' Union and the Preston City Council.
And also the university is a partner. So, just remember the SU and the university are less complicated, but they are technically separate entities. So
what they do is they provide free or discounted sports sessions for university students. So sports like touch tennis, badminton, which is what I'm at, table tennis, futsal. It's a quite long list. And also discounted swimming.
So I'll give you a bit of information about that. So as part of the bid, we were able to get into a project that the council would give students who signed up to get into a discounted rate of swimming. So all they have to do is sign up with us on our website. They go and collect a card from the Opportunity Centre downstairs in the SU building, and they just take that along with them when they go. The council run pools which are Fulwood Leisure Centre and Westview Leisure Centre.
And as well as that, obviously you have the Student Union leagues.
So the leagues, they used to be called SUL, and sometimes at this point maybe what it's called internally. But we brought it all into sort of one under one brand. So now you might see it as Getin2 leagues or Getin2 the leagues. And they've listed a couple here, probably from the website. Some are not running, some are running, but it's mainly, yes, we have sort of 5% football, 11% football. There's a social volleyball league, and we have a hockey league as well, small side hockey, and there'll be basketball this semester, and what else? There is another one in there. This game's
something for everyone, isn't it?
Yes, Just your leagues, well, I know you said generally the sessions are free. If there is a cost, so sometimes obviously with the leagues there is a cost to us, so we have to cover that. So there is like a fee for the leagues. So if there is only does a cost.
So how it's run here at UCLan, there's obviously the head of Getin2, which is yourself. And then the lead activator, Tom Hicks.
So a bit about that. So I keep shaking the screen. So head of it, Getin2, probably official title is project manager, or Getin2 project manager. So that's to be referred to, but it's a semantic really. So Tom is what we call the lead activator. So we changed the structure a little bit this year. Tom has 2 roles within the union. So last year he was working as the club, on club development side of things. He's club development officer. That's just a part-time position. So this year he's continuing that, but he's working. That's like 2 days a week, and then 3 days a week he's with us. But it kind of crosses the 2 roles. We're all sat in the same office, so I manage him and Amanda Pattinson manages him in those 2 different roles. So it kind of all crosses over. So it works pretty well. And we've got Kaz, Mohammed Kazindar. Kaz again goes by. So he's our intern. He'll be with us. That's part of the deal with the university. Part of their support is that they pay for an intern, and so it gives them an opportunity to come and work with us. We interviewed a couple of people for that, and Kaz be very good. He'll be with us for about 20 weeks, on about 21.5 hours, I think it is, a week, and he's getting involved in lots of different projects as much as he can. Different parts of the project, should I say, just so he learns, so it's an opportunity to learn as much as possible. Previously that was Tim Tack, but we've changed the way he was kind of used as an extra activator. Kaz is doing a few different things, so we're looking at more different just to get more from it. And then you see, obviously, we've said sort of volunteers before that. We're quite lucky that we've got a big team, so we've got 3 student staff, Sophie Taylor, Nathan Lockwood and Peter Byrne, and they are at the sessions, most of the sessions, sometimes with the volunteers as well, or sometimes they're leading and facilitating them. And then we have the volunteers, such as yourself, and Ashley. Yeah, I'm going to carry on with this.
So obviously your offices are now upstairs in the SU.
Yeah, so myself, I've moved around quite a bit. Originally, I was in an office, well, not my own office, even though I did share with a couple of people, but there was a Getin2 specifically, and the rest of the team were in the offices, what we used to call the back cave, kind of under the stairs.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird. And that was a kind of carry on from my predecessor who had worked within the Team UCLan office, so in a different role, wanted to get away from that dynamic, have his own space, but then he left. I carried on for a bit, but then I kind of realised it would make more sense for me to be back within that dynamic, so I went to work in the Team UCLan office, swapped with someone else, and then we just moved upstairs to the same floor as the atrium in the Students' Union. We've had it decorated, and we've now got a space like this where we can come and do stuff like this, so it's not too bad.
The sessions take place at the Tom Finney and the UCLan Sports Arena. So obviously all the indoor sessions, badminton, stuff like that at the Tom Finney.
Yeah.
And then leagues and stuff take place at the Sports Arena.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. Some of the new ones will take place here, but down at Sir Tom. But yeah, generally the arena.
Yeah, I know you said as well for the leagues you often have students even doing the refereeing as well.
Yeah, so and a few things about the league. So so sort of students who will referee it. We pay them. We have to pay them cash in hand.
Yeah.
No, sorry, we can't pay them cash in hand. So they have to be on our payroll. Sometimes that's a challenge with referees, because generally a lot of times the culture is cash in hand. But we're a charity, so we just can't. And that's for our leagues. The clubs will do something differently because it's a different way of doing it. It's just a different loophole.
Yeah.
But we pay them, and this was an opportunity for them to referee and then somebody I develop whilst they're here. I much rather the students do it. I think sometimes you have challenges because it's trying to control referee your peers, which is a bit, I can appreciate, it's a bit tough. Sometimes I have to step in with some disciplinary things, but generally it's good. I think it used to have a bit of a bad reputation. I think maybe things were a little bit soft. I'm a little bit more of a disciplinarian when it comes to those things. But yeah, generally the leagues, and then what fees the clubs pay or individuals pay for the leagues covers costs of hire and the referees, etc.
Yeah. As well as the UCLan facilities, as you said before, the Fullwood and Westview leisure centres, where we get all the discounts, swimming and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's basically what the partnership is with the council. Did I say before? Yes. So with the cards, so they sign up downstairs and get a free card and get half price. It's pretty good. First year we didn't get that much uptake. We just didn't push it well enough. This year it's been successful. I think we've got about 50 people signed up to that. How regularly they're swimming, we need to find that out just yet. But it's been better this year.
How it's funded? So it's funded by the Students' Union, who put in a bid to the Sport England Active Universities Fund. So I know you say that's where most of the funding came from. Yeah,
so I think technically when someone says how's it funded, you would probably say Sport England. That's the big chunk of the cash of my wages are generally covered by Sport England, and you put in sort of a request and what you're budgeting for. So yes, the vast majority comes from Sport England, and then there is contributions from either in kind or cash contributions from the university, from the Students' Union, and obviously Preston City Council as well. But the payroll, as it were, and the bills and everything are paid for from the union accounts, but that gets paid into by Sport England. So every 6 months or so we have to sort of let them know what we've been spending on. We don't get it all in one chunk. We get it all in broken down amounts. Usually about 16 grand a time every 6 months or so. The actual figure, I can't remember how much it was. I would be able to use the information a bit to get that for you. But yeah, that's generally that's where the funding comes from. Sport England is the main thing.
And then obviously as your partnership with the Preston City Council, you get financial benefits from them, obviously such as the discount at council-owned leisure centres.
Yeah, and that's for the swimming, and that's Westview Leisure Centre and Fulwood Leisure Centre. I think probably Westview is the one they use the most, is closer to the student areas, I believe.
Yeah, and then obviously you have free use of some of the UCLan facilities.
Yeah, so there's Tom when we can, when obviously when available, and we use that free of charge. For the leagues that we run at the arena, we we pay for pitch hire. It is a particularly high rate, and we sometimes pay to hire Moore Park as well. So there are costs there, and so that's why we have to charge members to play.
Obviously those fees are paid for through the team's registration fees.
So they, yeah. So they pay online. It's £45 or £25 a semester per individual, unless you want, or a team could pay just a fixed fee if you want to do that. So that's what my school college entered it this year, entered like a social team.
Yeah.
And so they just paid a fixed fee, about £500.
So how Getin2's work fits in with national and regional strategies. So the Sport England Youth and Community Strategy links into the Student Union's funding bid. Basically aims to get 3/4 of university students between 18 and 24 to either take up a new sport at university or carry on a sport that they played before. Obviously Getin2 offers a wide range of things. Football, which thousands of people would have played before, there's the opportunity for them to carry that on. And then obviously there's the chance for them to try the less mainstream sports, like badminton, stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of it is sometimes it's things where people have played a bit at school, dropped it at 16 because there's no real outlet.
Yeah.
Whereas here they can come and do it sort of socially with a group of like-minded people. But badminton's a great one for that. And there's things that, and with the football, as you say, loads and loads play it, but there's only so many places on a college team or a school football team. So here we facilitate them in starting their own teams, or in some cases, we start the teams for them and give them somewhere to go and play. So again, it's just providing the opportunities for getting people to get active and also sort of meet people as well, make new friends, which is the best bit really.
There's also the Sport England's Start Active, Stay Active. Again, it's just trying to get people into physical activity just for their health and well-being. So obviously Getin2 provides not only the physical health benefits through obviously getting active, but also the mental health benefits. Obviously for students, it can be quite stressful. Giving them the opportunity to kind of go and let off a bit of steam, make new friends, have fun.
Yeah, it's got a lot of benefits in those ways. As you just say, that steam, it's a catharsis, it's an opportunity to get away from some of the stresses that it can be. The fact it's free, there's no financial burden, it's generally free. As I said, university can be quite a hard time. You can become quite isolated. Perhaps if you don't, if you're not very good at making friends, or so as I said, probably the No Strings Badminton, which you go down to, I think you would find people down there who've gone down on the road not knowing anyone. I've met people down there who they've become probably quite friendly with.
Yeah, that is the case.
Which is, again, as I kind of said before, which is kind of the main thing really. The main things for me are getting someone who wouldn't be doing something without us doing something, if you know what I mean. And if they can sort of makes their time at university better and a happier time, then that's great.
And then there's obviously the Preston City Council's more people, more active, more often in more places.
Okay.
Again, it's just trying to encourage the council's partners to try and increase levels of participation in physical activity across Preston. So obviously, as we've said before, the UCLan Student Union is a...
Well, we fit into that in terms of the student demographic, yeah.
So then obviously, by offering the free sports sessions to the students, they're helping to get the students in Preston active, which obviously helps to achieve the same that they've set themselves.
Yeah.
And then for my role here at Getin2, obviously carry on volunteering at the badminton sessions on Thursdays, and I want to try and increase the participation at mainly the badminton session, but obviously the benefits can be spread.
Well, there could be knock on, and if there's things that you would find that are useful from what you're doing that could be used elsewhere, then great.
Yeah, that's the hope. So obviously I want to try and do some stuff on social media. So obviously if on Facebook and Twitter, where virtually every student is nowadays, if we can get stuff kind of shared by the official UCLan pages, obviously a lot of people would see it and obviously be tempted to come down to the sessions, stuff like that. Try and work with the Tom Finney Sports Centre. So I know from speaking to you, quite often when you go in there and there's nothing on, they'll just set up some badminton courts and stuff in there.
Yeah, there are some. I've been down before, and there seems to be kind of just like free rock-up sessions, which is kind of what we're about. So we're tying into that in some way would be great. I think something having yourself focusing on that would be good, and then something that we could potentially carry on with. I mean, we have staff who can support it. They're always looking for hours, and we have obviously an intern as well. They could be there to support that if needed. So yeah, it'd be good to see that, because that's sometimes are the challenges. The other facilities will put stuff on which kind of is kind of things that we're meant to be doing. So one of my jobs is to kind of bring that all together, sort of say, well, actually, we can help you do this. And, that's not, it's mutually beneficial then. So yeah, I think that would be having an extra session, sort of that lunchtime kind of session or something like that, would be good. So a good opportunity there to kind of research what they've got on the timetable, as it were, and then we can help with that and push that, and get more people playing, and then from the result of that maybe get more people playing on the Thursdays as well, on the Thursday nights. So I think that would be a positive.
As well as that, try and get a link with the UCLan Badminton Club. So myself, I'm a member of the team, so I've got quite good communication with the Badminton Club's committee. If we can try and sort something out, like perhaps getting a coach down, as I think a problem that a lot of people have is that they are embarrassed because they think they might not be good enough.
Yeah, it's finding a level, isn't it? I think maybe a targeted level would be interesting, because maybe you come to university, you don't understand what the level is. So I think when you're doing that kind of, it's not strictly it's social badminton, you probably get a vibe of that. But if sometimes you're looking at targeting maybe beginners sessions or something, potentially if there is a market for that, it's worth exploring. Because none of our sessions are coached; they're all it's all generally free play. That you turn up and play. That's kind of one of the sort of names of the core sessions. That you turn up and play. If there's something there to be investigated that people would be interested in receiving some sort of beginner level coaching, then let's see if we can.
Yeah, I think having the knowledge of how to play the sport better than they would otherwise, it would encourage a lot of people to come down. So obviously they think, I've never played this before, I can't go there, I'll be rubbish, stuff like that, which obviously isn't the case.
So I think maybe sort of as some sort of targeted towards certain abilities, and then if you not ruling, then not ignoring those who are a bit more experienced, want to be a bit more competitive, then we can put a certain level of competition on for those as well in house, where UCLan Open or something like that, Getin2 Open. So there's some opportunities there. So I think it'd be good to have someone looking at that who's got a passion for the sport, which understands the sport more than what I would do. Well, other than Kaz, who's got a bit of a background, more than the rest of us would. Okay.
So that's it. Any questions?
No. I think we covered there. So I said, you'd be coming in a couple of hours a week to do some office-based stuff, using to use computers and stuff like that, things that you need. Just let us know. It's going to be 12 till 2 every Friday, is that right?
Yes.
That's great, and then just let us know if you're not going to be in on a particular week. Let me know. But yeah, I think it's good. I think there's some good opportunities, and hopefully this would be something that your course and this project can work on together more going forward. Perhaps because there seems to be a number of people looking for placements. I like yours because it's more targeted. You've come with some ideas where I think some of it's a bit more vague. They just need to do some hours. I don't really think are they going to get the most out of it. But I think this is something a bit more targeted, specific. It's a project within a project almost, working alongside something that already exists. So, and again, I think this is going to be something good for you to take out of it. You can have plenty of stuff to write to report on and write upon, and then something to more sort of empirical stuff, and then stuff to sort of anecdotal stuff to talk about in sort of away from university interviews and things like that. I think it's a good opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Cheers. Good luck.
Cheers.
Ugh.